Well, hello fire signs. Welcome to Tarot Nights with the Hanged Empress. We are going to be looking into the full moon coming up, which is moving through Scorpio and into Sagittarius. So we're having kind of an illumination on both sides of these two signs right now. It's kind of a cool transitional thing that I'm looking at, or how I'm looking at it, I guess, because it's kind of like we're going through our final stages of transformations from that last Scorpio full moon. We're just getting one more final push through into the next, which is moving us into a nice mutable fire, which is like controllable actions. It's implementing some new boundaries, some old lessons that we've learned, and taking those things and putting them forward into our lives. It's a cool thing. It's a cool thing for sure. So that's kind of the perspective that I'm taking on this particular set of full moon reads. Also, fair warning, summer vacation has officially started, so we might have a few more interruptions here and there as we go. We'll try to get the other kids into the groove that we have been working with so far. But yeah, keep in mind if I disappear for a second and pop back in a weird place. Don't worry, it's gonna be fine. We'll get through it. It's gonna be gravy. So yeah, all right, fire signs, let's get into your reads. Well, hello Sagittarius. So the last time I left you, we were embarking on a spiritual journey, or at least it kind of felt like it. Beginning stages, perhaps. Who knows, I might not tap into that energy this time around, but very curious, very curious. I think we've all been going through some really crazy transformations, and it definitely seems like you are having all of the telltale signs of becoming truly awakened, finding out your real purpose. What's your business here, Sagittarius? It's all very interesting. So, let's have a look at our final transformations. Let's see what we need to let go of, and what kind of boundaries we need to set in order to have a successful growth period. I'm having trouble talking today. I'm gonna do that. It's just very curiously. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. In this case, she's just got a crown of flowers. But 10 of Wands. She does feel heavy. She feels burdened. She feels like she's seeking enlightenment. How can we help her on her path? Lighten that load. Kill it. 10 of Swords. I don't know if it's just this deck or just the vibe that this card has been giving me, but kill it is how it's been reaching out to me today, yesterday, lately. We also have the Wheel of Fortune and the Two of Pentacles. 10 Wands, 10 Swords. Done, done, done. You are ready to move the fuck on. You also have a whole bunch of fire. Now, I do kind of I feel like this Wheel of Fortune is very much like a gear, especially in this deck, which is probably, again, I learned a lot from this deck. Definitely keep a lot of it with me all of the time. But she is turning her wheels to help turn this wheel in her favor. I almost elbowed the whole deck. Sorry, deck. The steampunks. Yeah. Alright, she's donezo. She is charging forward, trying to turn that wheel. Get out from under a situation and get on top of it. Yeah. Get on top of the world. Everybody wants to rule the world. Temperance. Yeah. Similar vibes. This is like a big deal. That almost feels like not a big deal. It's weird. It's a funny perspective to have. I'm definitely intrigued by your attitude about all of this. Like, yeah, I know. I'm going to do this. This is what's happening. So matter of fact. Just the Fool, the plan for balance, the scales. Like, yeah, we're starting new. We're gonna rebalance those scales. Just running on top of it. That's why we ended on such a short read for you last time, was that you're so laser focused and you know exactly what it is that you want to do, that the best thing I can do is get to listen to what you're doing and how you're doing it, because this is cool. This is cool. If I could have such a cool as a cucumber attitude through such like decimation and detrimation, just like that. Words. Yeah, and you can just like, you do it to it, like nothing's happening. It's just regular Tuesday. It's fine. Must be Tuesday night. Yeah. Well, you have a grand old time here. I mean, you seem right. You seem right with your gods. You seem right with yourself. You seem like you know what you're doing, Sagittarius. You got this down on lock, so have a fantastic full moon. We'll see you next time. Hello, Leos. Well, we're back in that transformative, deep-dwelling Scorpio energy for just a little bit. And then we're going to be moving into a little bit more familiar territory for you. Something you can act on, rather than just allowing something to act on you. Obviously, that's a touchy subject for us Leos right now. So, what advice do we have for this time? Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, Queen of Pentacles. Cups. This is Cups. I'll laugh if we see that card later, but the Queen of Cups is here. She holds one cup in celebration and offering. This is her choice being made. The other cup she is dumping out. She is choosing to hold her emotions in one place and to throw away the unneeded energies. waiting, watching. I just heard watching you, watching me, watching me, watching you. Like, this is this guy is spying at this guy who is in the belly of that ship right there. They're spy versus, this is some spy versus spy kind of stuff we're looking at here. That's what I'm getting out of this. Yes, this is very, I'm watching you, watching me, watching you, watching me, watching me, watching you. Yeah. Okay. How interesting, Leos. Can we tell, can I get a little bit more clarity on these people, because now I am hooked. I saw the black guy and the white guy, and that's not a race pun, that's the spy versus spy bit. So, and like their little hats creeping around, and yeah, yes, I'm very intrigued. One person is definitely, no, they're both watching and waiting. What are we watching and waiting for? We're waiting for somebody to make a move. It's a very confident yet hesitant Page of Wands. So a little naive, a little blustery, but also just a hint of shyness, because we know our bark isn't quite as big as our bite. With the sun to follow. With the sun to follow. I have to switch up your decks here. As fun of a story as this is, it's getting a little convoluted. Tower and Strength. The Devil. Fell over my heart. And fall into my lap. There. We made sense. Thanks. Thanks, Leos. Okay. So the Devil is clouding your heart chakra energy space right now, because that is exactly where this card fell. It is it's all good influence that you got going on in that heart space. But you're showing bravery in the face of total and utter destruction. I don't know exactly. Like, those two fell out on top of the Queen of Cups. I think you're choosing to walk fearlessly into this tower moment, this destruction, but with the Devil influencing our heart, I do think it's a bit of a fool's errand. There's something going on in your head, Leos. You're watching and waiting for something to come in, and you know that something is watching and waiting on you to see if you are going to allow it in. And you know you have to make a choice. But the influences around you, the addictions, the negativity, the bad thoughts, are really blocking your heart's ability to guide you in a safe and good direction, honestly. Yeah, I had something else for the Fool falling into my lap, but as I was talking, like, no, it's a fool's errand. I think this berserker just ate a few too many mushrooms, and he is going into battle all by himself, and everybody else is still sleeping. That's what that feels like. Yeah, we are going to pull out the vice versa. I thank you, Steampunk, for showing us this path. With the influence of the sun out there, and watching you, watching me, there is definitely something good out there waiting for Leos. And I want to look into the better path, the better way to achieve this thing. I'd like to block out that devil energy and push that away from their heart chakras and have that energy removed. I did have to pull out this deck. 5 Swords. I saw this card literally for the last 2 months. This is what we were talking about. This is why I had to pull out this deck too. Okay. Yeah, because we are not here anymore. We got up. We picked ourselves up. We're not dead. We picked ourselves up and we're walking the fuck away from this. Walking away. Yes. Yep. That's what you have to do. This is the cleaner, lighter, better advised path for my Leos, and you remember that situation. You do. You remember it. Get up, dust yourself off, and start walking away right now. Right now, Leos. Don't piddle around anymore. Take a walk off into the night. You think you're in the desert. You think you're all alone. And what waits for you is an oasis of offers, of emotional completion. The close of this emotional cycle. That's what we've been talking about this whole time. We've been tiptoeing around it. It's time. Right now. Get up, Leos. Oh, I know you want to hold those emotions so close. I know you do. Thought. Is this perhaps an older, wiser version of our perpetrator here? I'm curious. Face. Face. Yep. It is. I like these cards. I really do. They're a lot of fun. Okay, so this guy is going to regret this one day. He's going to feel real bad about it. Before I shuffle this, I'm not pulling out our world, but fresh, brand new cycle closing out for sure. Six of Swords kind of poked its face out, but also fell very neatly back into the deck. Like, nah. Those, however, say yes. Okay. Nope. Give me a second. This energy is not you. Dang, Leos. Get into it, didn't we? You pulled me in, though. You pulled me in. Yeah, because we're back into the watching you, watching me kind of thing. This person is older and wiser. They are going to think back about the things that they have said and done, and what they could have had, and what they beat down, what they ruined. They will rue the day. Rest assured, they will. This isn't your struggle. This isn't your worry. I don't even want to call out these cards. I'll flash them out to you, but like, they're gonna feel bad. They're gonna feel real bad about it. I can tell you that. They're gonna look back on this and be so sorry. So sorry. It's up to you if you want that to matter or not, but right now, get out and walk away. Take control of your life. Take control of your destiny. And get it together, Leos. You have been through the craziest of the crazies. I see that. And it's time now. Embrace the final transformation stages and get ready for that whole new cycle. Start walking. What you need to release, all of that. Good luck, Leos. You've got this. You're doing great. Hello, Aries. Just getting started. This is Scorpio. Sagittarius transitional full moon treating you. Panic at the Disco, Victorious just popped into my head. We were talking some business ventures. I do believe family business. Oh, but it's coming with a lot of stress. Success can bring stress. This is true. We had collaborators, teammates, yeah, very heavy like family business kind of vibes, I think, was what we were kind of looking into. Maybe either you were in a business with a romantic partner, or you are just doing business with family. I'm going to start learning to speak when necessary and not speak when necessary. Solid advice. Because your beginning is your union. These two are very tied together. Those are very similar cards, actually. So some of the same cards. New deck, new faces, new perspectives. Aces. Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Wands. So much good, positive energies. Do I want to look further into what you're stressing out about? Or do we just need to acknowledge that we're stressed out and deal with that, let that go, let the full moon energy just wash all of that away? I definitely am a big believer in spiritual ritual baths and things like that. Especially if you can link into moon time. Chariot, Emperor, Page of Pentacles, and the Moon. Is this a business adventure or is this a romantic adventure? Because now I'm kind of getting an older man, younger woman kind of vibe. He's established and has all of his resources and ducks in a row, and she is mysterious and seeks adventures. Moving fearlessly through the occulted night. Love, romance, and money is all very wrapped up in all of this. And it's exciting. It's very... Well, fire signs, I mean, you're gonna be, Aries especially, quite passionate. Can you not be? For doubts and worries are about the stability of this partnership. Don't. I spoke the word stability and the Four of Wands comes out. Don't doubt it. Don't worry so much about it.
No.
Because what you've got going, though shrouded in some mystery, this feels very like unknown territory. It also feels just very exciting and very grounded, actually. Very. Again, I feel a sense of security and stability in this, and I think if you are worried about what other people are going to think, what other people are going to say, what kind of challenges you're going to be facing because of this, you don't have to. Because you are doing so much. There's so much major influences, so much beginning, so much finalizing. I don't want to say the word end. Finalizing. It's going to be a really cool thing that's going to be happening for you during this moon phase, Aries. So, if you feel stressed out, if you feel worried, take a few breaths, go outside, look out at the moon. It is very, very bright this time around. It's lighting up the whole night sky. I can feel it as it ramps up. It's really coming for us, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So dive into the mystery, Aries. I think you're going to really enjoy yourselves. Have a great full moon. Oh, fire signs. It is so much fun to learn and grow with you all, and it is just awesome. It's been a great time. It's been a great ride, I tell you. We have been through it already, and it's pretty cool. Honestly, I'm going to start pulling Moon Oracle at the end of all of these to just tie everybody back together in a little mini collective fire elemental bit of advice for everybody that we can all take with us through our full moon transformations, implementations, our new boundaries, and things that we need to release. So let's bring it all back together for one last message before we close out. I'd like to thank you all for coming and joining me. If you are having a good time here, go ahead and hit subscribe. You know, we can do this all the time. I would like to do this all the time. We, again, are growing, learning, changing. More children running about the house. I originally set out to do this at night, ended up doing it, finding more time during the day. We might have to return back to the night, and that's fine. We will make it work. But the thing that the moon wants us to remember right now is to focus. Yeah, good, solid, good advice. Focus up on what we want to see happen with our lives, and let's get into it. You must focus on the task at hand right now. There is no room for a scattergun approach. Put on the blinkers and do not listen to gossip or negative people. If you make a mistake, it is your mistake to make. Do not waste your focus. Do not split your attention in too many pieces. What we place our focused attention on matters. Placing our undivided focus on something means that we are more likely to take action on it. We are more likely to finish something we wish to complete if we focus on it. We are more likely to plan and succeed in our achievements should we take the time to focus on how. Even something as simple as eating a meal is more enjoyable if we take the time to focus on just that. Eating and all of its sensory rewards. What hinders focus? Diversion, and it is often diversions we set for ourselves or that we allow. When we are afraid of our own growth or greatness, we may procrastinate. We might place drama in our own way. We may even focus on everyone except for ourselves and never have the time to do the things we set for ourselves. Our heart's desires, therefore, never come to us. We might allow the opinions of others to get in the way, letting the criticisms and values of others affect us. This is useless. We need to forget about the gossip or opinions of others. What about what our society says? Instead, turn your focus to you and what you are doing. Pay attention to you. you. We need to focus instead on what feels so deeply good to us, what we really want, and what we want to place our laser-like focus upon, and it will soon be ours. Alright, fires, time to focus up. We all know what we need to do, and we need to not allow ourselves to be distracted by our shadow trying to get in our own way. We need to stop being distracted by other people that we are allowing to distract us. We know what our missions are. We know what we're dealing with. And we know how we're going to get it. Focus up. We've got this. Thank you again for coming out, fire signs. We'll see you on the next moon.